Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, let us look at some examples related to factoring trinomials. So let us take an example. In this example, we want to factor a trinomial of this form: x squared plus 5x minus 6. We will follow the procedure which we talked about in my previous video, and then we will use that to expand this out. So we'll use the trial and error process as step number 1, trial and error. In this trial and error process, in the first column we'll call it as trial, the second column we'll call it as the sum, the third column we'll call it as the product. Okay? In here what we're trying to do is we want to select two numbers, the sum of which will equal 5 and the product of the same two numbers will equal to negative 6. So if we were to select two numbers, let us say 2 and 3, this is the trial and error process. 2 plus 3, the sum of these two numbers equals to 5, which is the middle term. But the product of the same two numbers should equal to negative 6. So let us take those same two numbers. 2 times 3 is equal to positive 6, not negative 6. What we need is negative 6. So therefore, this is no good. Not only the middle term, but also the last term should be satisfied by the numbers we select. Since only the middle term is satisfied and not the last term, therefore 2 and 3 is not a good selection. So let us modify that and see how else we can do that. How about we take 6 and negative 1? Okay, 6 minus 1 is going to be equal to 5, positive 5, which is the middle term. And then if we were to take 6 and then multiply that by negative 1, the value is going to be equal to 6. So 6 and negative 1 is satisfying the given middle term and the last term criteria. So as step number 2, we're going to say the two numbers we are looking for are 6 and negative 1. We'll put a small cloud around it. And then we said we're going to take this information in step number 3. We're going to expand the middle term based on the two terms, based on the two numbers we have just selected. The given expression for us is x squared plus 5x minus 6. We want to expand the middle term based on the two numbers which we just got, and those two numbers are as follows. X squared, I can write 5x as 6x minus 1x is 5x. I've expanded the middle term based on the two numbers which we just obtained, and then the last term I have is negative 6. Now I'm going to use my factoring by grouping technique to be able to simplify this. If I were to pick the first two terms and then the second set of two terms, we should be able to factor it. Between x squared and 6x, what is common? X is common. And if I were to write the rest of the terms inside the set of parentheses, between for x squared, if I pull out x, what is left? X is left. If I pull out 6 from 6x, what is left? 6 is left. And then similarly here in the second part, between negative x and negative 6, what is common? Negative 1 is common. If I pull out negative 1 from negative 1x, what is left? Positive x. If I pull out negative 1 from negative 6, what is left? Positive 6. So therefore now, if I look at these expressions, I have the answer. X plus 6 is common between these two terms, so therefore I'm going to pull out x plus 6 as common, times, and I'm going to put another set of parentheses here. If I pull out x plus 6 as common, what is left? X is left in the first expression. If I pull out x plus 6 in the second expression, what is left? Negative 1 is left. So therefore, x plus 6 times x minus 1 is the factored form of the given expression. The given expression is x squared plus 5x minus 6. the trinomial x squared plus 5x minus 6, when we factor it, the value, the factored form of that is going to be x plus 6 times x minus 1. This is the way we want to use the factoring technique to be able to arrive at this answer. In my next presentation, we shall look at some more examples related to factoring trinomials.